This meeting is being recorded.
Okay. So thank you all for coming. If you have any questions as we go, feel free to either put it in the chat or just turn off your microphone. There's not that many of us on the call, so we're not worried about talking over each other. My name is Noah. I am the president of the Outdoors Club this year, and we have a number of our exec on the line as well. So this is our first official event of the year, and moving forward for at least the fall term, we're all going to be virtual, just due to COVID and university policies. So to kick things off, we're just going to mention the sponsors that we have, which is Parks Canada, who partners with us. So McMaster Outdoor Club is also considered a Parks Canada campus club, if anyone is familiar with the campus club network across Canada. And Adventure Attic, which is a outdoor store, but an independent one, similar to MEC, but obviously because it's an independent on a smaller scale. They're located in Dundas. We work very closely with them. And the Greater Athen Rec Department is sponsored by RBC this year. So we like to start off our events with land acknowledgements. And so McMaster University recognizes and acknowledges that it is located on the traditional territories of the Mississauga and Haudenosaunee nations and the lands protected within the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement or Wampum Belt. So we just like to make everyone aware of this, the different treaty lands that exist within Hamilton. Hamilton is a very diverse Native community. So who are we? We are the McMaster Outdoor Club. We are part of the Athletics and Recreation Department at McMaster, so we don't fall under the MSU, so you won't see us on any of like the student union club posts or posters or on their website, which is why some people have trouble finding us. So we fall under an Athletics and Recreation Club. We've been that way for a number of years. Club started out quite a while ago, around the 1960s, and we've been engaging the McMaster community ever since. We like to run a whole bunch of cool outdoor events and bring in different speakers and workshops and pretty much anything related to outdoor recreation, camping, nature-related things. We also have incorporated the old Whitewater Club or kayaking club into the outdoor club. This year, we're made up of a 14-member executive team. Some of you might have seen on our Instagrams and Facebook, we've been posting them the past couple of weeks, introducing them all. So before we move on to the rest of our little short talk, for who is on the line, let's introduce ourselves and kind of wave hello. So just to do that, I'm going to quickly stop sharing so that people can see people's faces. So we'll start with our two. I've already introduced myself. I don't count. Fine. We'll start with our two vice presidents. Whoever wants to go first.
Okay, I'm already unmuted. Is there an echo or is it just me?
I think it's just you.
No one else can hear that?
I can hear
oh, no, I was gonna say it's bad.
Yeah.
Is it better now?
No.
No? Okay, so it's not me echoing because I muted my computer.
I can hear it, the echo.
Noah, can you mute yourself? Hello?
Oh, there it's gone.
Yeah, it was Noah. Okay, we fixed it now. Okay, hi, my name is Jessie. I'm the Vice President External. So I handle everything that is on, I don't want to say on the outside of the club, but anything has to do with like relating to people outside of like our immediate group. So I do all of the social media team works with me and our social team works with me and a bunch of other people. I'm going to my fourth year in the club and I'm in my fourth year of music cognition. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Brian, go ahead.
Dope, sweet. I'm Brian. Noah, do you want to just unplug your headphones and plug them back in? But while he's doing that, I'm Brian. I'm the vice president internal, so I handle all like the trips, and that kind of stuff, and like the gear. So kind of the stuff that we can't use right now. So I'll be just kind of doing stuff, and I also do the kayaking with the club. But again, we can't do that this year, so I'll just be hanging out, kind of floating around, helping where I can. I'm gonna pass it on to uh, Chloe because she's the next one on my screen that I see.
Hi, I'm Chloe. I'm on the social media team. I am going into my second year of molecular biology and genetics. Oh, and I'm going to pass it to Hannah.
Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm going into my second year of astrophysics. And this is my second year with the club. And I'm one of the trip coordinators. And since we can't really do that this year, we're working on some hike of the weeks and some other really cool things. Yeah, that's it for me. Who else is in this call?
We'll pass it to Roa.
Hi, so I'm Roa. Can you guys hear me clearly? I never know. I'm the social coordinator, and along with Belvina, and I'm going into my second year of health science. So we'll be kind of running the big monthly events, any bonfires, which are going to be virtual. But we have a lot of great stuff planned for you guys.
Next, Emily.
Hi, my name's Emily. I'm one of the social media coordinators. I made the video that you guys might have seen today. It's my second year with the club, and I'm going to my fourth year of health and aging.
How about Stephanie next?
Hi everybody, I'm Stephanie and I'm going into my third year of health sciences, and this is my first year with the club, and I am the first aid coordinator this year, so I'll be responsible for the first aid workshops and the first aid gear, which is currently on hold at the moment, but any first aid related questions, feel free to throw my way. And I also help liaise the club with the emergency first response team, as you guys may or may not have heard of them.
And Julia.
Julia, did we lose you there? Oh, where did she go? Oh, there she is.
Sorry, my Wi-Fi just cut out. I wasn't sure if it worked. Sorry, I just like came out. Julia. I'm going into my third year of art history. I'm one of the trip coordinators, and like Hannah said, we're working on like trip hikes of the week and lots of other cool stuff. So yeah, hopefully that worked.
I think that's it for those that were able to make it tonight on the call. So, like I said, I am Noah. I'm the president. I'm going into my second year in Masters of Science doing biology. I study bees and plants in Hamilton. This is my 7th year with the club because I did my undergrad at McMaster, so I've been around a while. Oh, I missed one apparently. So that's it for me, and Gabrielle is apparently also on there.
Yes, hello, I am Gabrielle, and I am going into my second year of arts and science, and I am the gear coordinator for this year, and it's my first year with the club.
Now I think I got everyone. We have a very large team, so we get a lot done. So let's get back into things. So, like I said, we have a 14-member team. They're broken up into trip and first aid and gear and social media. as well as our presidential team and some other various roles that come up. So we're going to briefly go over what the club does in a normal year. So where do we normally go? What do we normally do? As you can see from this little map on the side, all those little blue pins are places the club has been. We've kind of been all over the place. We like to go into new and interesting locations every year. So we've been to over 200 across North America, mainly in Canada, but we do a lot of stuff in the States. And we've done a couple of trips down to Costa Rica as well. With the COVID situation, we're limited to Canada right now due to travel restrictions and virtual events for at least the fall due to McMaster's restrictions. So on a normal year, we'd run all these things you see here and more. So we normally, like Brian said, have a Sunday kayak pool session or workshop series where you could go and we have a bunch of whitewater kayaks and you could go in the pool in IWC and play around and learn how to do rolls and cool things like that. And then we also have a partnered hike series with Nature McMaster where we go to a different location in Hamilton or the Hamilton surrounding area every Sunday to a different location. And those would be led hikes and they'd all be free. And then we have a variety of socials. We try and run one every week if we can. We'd have our monthly bonfire series where there's a campfire pit on campus, as well as a variety of trips, about 1 or 2 a month, with big ones during the reading weeks and at the end of the school term in May, as well as cleanup hikes in Coots Paradise as part of our environmental stewardship team, a gear lending library like Brian and Gabrielle talked about. So we have a number of things like packs and tents and stoves, a canoe, kayaks, pretty much anything you could possibly need. And those are available to the McMaster community to rent out, as well as a number of outdoor resources, both from the club's knowledge, as well as maps and other related items that we have in our office, as well as offering various trainings, both from with the club and when we bring in outside groups, like offering Wilderness Advanced First Aid, Hike Ontario certifications, and some other things that come up here and there throughout the year. So this year, things are obviously very different. With COVID, we are completely online for at least fall. We'll see what winter brings. We might be allowed to do some limited in-person events. So right now we have some outdoor skills and outdoor speaker series lined up. Every other week, we're going to be doing either a workshop or bringing in a speaker to talk about various topics related to either the outdoors or the environment, as well as the scheduled hike of the week posts that our coordinators talked about, which will highlight a cool location to visit and hike. Most of them will be limited to within Ontario, but we'll have some cool highlights for other places within Canada as well. We're going to try and do some like showcases about some of the places the outdoor club has went to in the past, like our Costa Rica trip or our Grand Canyon or Hawaii or our Alberta Rockies or trips like that that really seem to spike people's interests, as well as panel discussions on various outdoor topics, fun outdoor challenges, a scavenger hunt competition, which will hopefully be live soon, where we'll give you a bunch of weekly challenges where you have to go out and photograph yourself either doing something cool in the outdoors or finding something. And then we'll have sort of like a leaderboard going. And at the end of every month, whoever's got the most points will win a $25 gift card to an outdoor store that will be named later on, and much more. So we'll be having like a calendar and an email list going out, and more things will be added every week. Everything will be also on our Facebook and Instagram channels. And then, like we said before, stay tuned for winter 2021, where hopefully we'll be able to bring some in-person activities back to the club. But most importantly, we'd like to stress to everyone, we're here as a resource. The Outdoor Club has a tremendous amount of knowledge from within our executive team and our leadership team, as well as other members of the club, and just resources related to trip planning and maps. So if you have any questions at all, no matter how complicated or no matter how basic they are, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Jesse, do you want to briefly talk about the Duke of Edinburgh?
Of course I do. So if you've never heard about it before, the Duke of Edinburgh Award is essentially a chance for youth to get credit for activities that they're probably already doing. I can't speak for everybody, but most people are doing at least 2 out of 3 or 4 of these things. So there are 3 different levels. There's bronze, silver, and gold. And it was designed by His Royal Highness Prince Charles, Prince of Wales. If you don't know who that is, it's the Queen's husband. That's his entire identity pretty much. But he did, I'm sorry, my cat is like destroying all of my internet. Can you not? He designed it as an idea to try to get youth to get out of their comfort zones. It's designed so that you have to complete hours in a skill area, service, which is like volunteering, physical recreation, and participate in an adventurous journey. So we run the Duke of Edinburgh Awards program through the Outdoor Club at MAC, primarily due to the fact of the adventurous journey, because almost every single one of our trips would qualify for at least 1 level, if not some of the higher levels. So that's why we run it through there. I am the coordinator for Duke of Ed. I've completed all 3 levels of the award. So if you have any questions or you're curious about getting involved, please email me, and I would love to walk you through that process.
And if you go all the way for gold, a member of the royal family or the Governor General of Canada presents it to you. So
Yeah, I don't know
cool.
why I always forget that part. My biggest thing is that it looks really good. I know, I always forget it. I'm always like, it looks really good on our resume. Like, I've been in job interviews and scholarship interviews where I've been specifically asked about Duke of Ed. So it does look really good, and the name does carry a lot of weight. It's the award operates, I think it's like in 90 countries now. So it's international. It's like a pretty big deal if you're able to finish it.
Pretty much every Commonwealth country, which is like most of the countries, offer it. So it's very well known. So how would you normally get involved with us or find out more information about the Outdoor Club? So you can find us on Facebook, where pretty much all of our information is, where many of you likely saw our event page for this. Our website, which is a little bit out of date, but we're working on getting that up and running, as well as we're very active on responding to our emails. And we normally have a resource office in the David Braley Athletic Center, which for those of you who might be in first year, that's the athletic building on campus in the north. Pulse is in there, and our office is pretty much right past the change rooms down a sketchy hallway attached to the Mindfulness Center. And then we also have a leadership team. So if you have more questions about that, you can email our leadership email and get involved that way. There's a lot of cool opportunities and ways to learn and grow your outdoor skills. And those don't require any previous experience. We just require people to normally have standard first aid, but they don't actually have to have outdoor skills themselves. So if you're interested in learning skills, it's a great way to get involved. So this year, cut everything beyond being online, we're not going to have our normal membership. So in a normal year, we'd have a $35 membership, which get you certain perks, both from the club and from some of our sponsors. And you'd buy that from the business office within the athletic center. With everything being closed and we're not being able to offer many of those perks to you guys, a membership this year is free. And we just have a Google form right there posted, and we'll be posting these slides later. And you can sign up that way, and you'll get sort of like a monthly email newsletter from us where we'll tell you what's going on and any other cool events that we've heard of going on in the community. And if you're interested in being a leader this year, we've got a separate Google form for that as well. There's also 2 groups that we work really closely with. That is the McMaster Climbing Club. So they do anything climbing related with both indoor and outdoor climbing. They're a really awesome group on campus. if it was a normal year, you'd be able to use the climbing wall and learn from them, as well as Nature at McMaster, which runs a number of different hikes, stewardships, and sort of environmental initiatives on campus. They're run out of the president's office. And yeah, so before we go into anything else, does any of our trip coordinators or social coordinators want to highlight a specific event that they're working on to get people interested?
So I'm the social coordinator, just to remind everyone here. And we have a bonfire, this virtual bonfire this Friday. Because there's no actual in-person bonfire, it's more going to be just like a social gathering, get to know different people, get to know, if you're first year, you get making new friends. Even if you're not first year, make new friends. We have a lot of games planned. We have a huge list of games, and we're gonna make everyone choose. We're gonna do a big poll to see what you guys want to do. So it's gonna be a nice chill night to start off the year.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. And then next week we will be starting our first night of our speaker series. We're really excited. We have an individual coming in named Eric. He's worked for multiple seasons as a professional whitewater rafting guide. So he's toured Northwest Territories, Yukon, Ontario, Quebec, all doing whitewater trips with individuals of various experience levels. He's really excited to come in and talk to us. So I definitely, if you're free on the night of the 15th, I definitely encourage you all to come. It's going to be very informal. It's not going to be like an actual presentation. He's just going to tell us a bit about his experience. And if you're interested in becoming a guide yourself, he's a great person to ask any of your questions.
And the rest of our events will be followed up shortly. We're just getting them all hammered out. September is pretty much done and should all be on Facebook already. And then we will be coming out with October and November fairly soon, as well as posting about how to join our scavenger hunt series. So this meeting was just meant to sort of introduce you to the club and be a very brief overview of what we're planning to do this fall, but we are still very much in the planning phases. So we'd like to get some input from those of you who joined, because clearly you're interested, about what you'd like to see from us this year. If there's any specific topics you'd like covered in one of our workshops, or a specific social you'd like to see happen. We'll also be planning to host like office hour style events where we'll have our trip coordinators available to you to help you plan your own trips. So it'll just kind of be like a timed slot where we'll have our trip coordinators and maybe some of our other execs just there. And if there's anywhere you want to go in the world, we'll sit down and help you plan it out. Got a lot of experience doing that, and we've got some tips and tricks and financial budget spreadsheets and things like that. So, does anyone have any questions for us about the club or any suggestions on what you'd like to see happen this year from us? And if you're too nervous to speak out loud, you can also write it in the chat. I'm just going to stop sharing because I cannot see the chat well. I'm sure.
Did anybody get to go on any fun trips this summer while we were quarantining?
Yeah, I went to Banff, which was pretty
Oh,
cool.
Same.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. I spent my summer in Vancouver as well, so which was fun as well.
Lots of people checking out their own backyards with nothing else to do.
I studied outside though, so like that counts. Counts. I think it does.
Yeah, so basically I did is like me and my parents we fly to Alberta and listen my parents' car is still at their friend's house. So we drove her car all the way back to Oakville. So it's kind of crazy. Spent like 6 days. So we just got back 2 days ago before school starts.
That's a pretty awesome road trip.
Yeah. But I would say Manitoba and Saskatchewan's really boring. Not much going on there. Flat land. But their Angus burger
flat.
tastes amazing. Like the steaks, well, that's legit.
Does anyone have some cool trips that they want to do? I'm curious because we're always looking for ideas. So
Anything big or small. We've got some people asking about specific Hamilton gems and trails and things for people who are living here this term. We can definitely get that out to you guys. Are there any other burning questions that people have related to either the outdoor club or anything related to the outdoors? Gross Mourne. We've got a number of exec who have visited there in the past. Switzerland, Asia, Kazakhstan.
Rosemorn is my dream trip. I want to go there so bad. My parents said if I get into medical school, they'll give me $500 for it.
All of those sound awesome. So even big trips like that, when we have our like trip coordinator office hours, we can help you plan those too. We haven't gone across the Atlantic yet, but we've done big trips and some of our exec have gone on bigger ones. So we'd be more than happy to help you guys plan some of those as well. We've kept our trips mainly to North America just due to cost. We found the cap on people's wallets is about $2,000, what they're willing to spend on a trip, and a flight to Europe or something can easily hit that. So we have a question about who should we email if we want some trip planning tips. You can email that general outdoorclub.mac@gmail.com email, or message us on Facebook, or there's more links on our website, or tune in when we do host those virtual office hours. But we are here as a resource. That's what we try to really stress to you all. So we know we can't run trips due to restrictions this term, but we'd like to see all of you guys go on awesome trips. So we want to be able to help make that happen for you guys, whether it's something local or larger scale within Ontario or Canada or abroad. Anyone else have any cool stories to share? Burning questions about McMaster or Hamilton? Or any other trip or nature related questions?
How did people hear about the outdoor club?
That's a good one, actually.
Are there a lot of people? I know I have one of my Moose participants here. Is anyone else here from Moose?
See two hands.
Kayla, I see you.
That was from Moose, yeah.
Okay, so 2 or 3 of you. That's great. So if you liked Moose, that's pretty much the outdoor club every day of the week. Instagram. It's very hard to connect with a student body of 35,000. So we've struggled with that over the years, trying to keep engagement. So it's,
Serious question. Have people noticed an improvement in the Instagram?
well, it
Anyone?
was
No?
non-existent before. So I
No?
hope-
Okay. Chloe, thank you. I appreciate the support. You and me, girl. We got this. I think Emily's here too. Yeah.
Does anyone have any other questions for us? Anything at all?
Francis, thank you. I designed that. I worked very hard on that Instagram background, so I appreciate your support. Just kidding. It took 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Canva is the way to go. We love Canva. So if you do have a question that comes up over the next few days that you didn't ask tonight, that's totally fine. We did put our email in the chat, and if you didn't get it down, it's also on all of our social media pages. You can also feel free to message us over social media. Typically, I find that's where we do a lot of the communication anyways. So yeah, if there's no other questions.
We just had Bree, another of our exec, join in. So
Oh, Bree, yay,
herself.
Bree.
Where did she go? Oh, she left. Maybe her internet conked out.
I wonder if she heard me. So she left.
Oh no, she's trying to get back in.
Oh, okay, we'll give her a second.
Bree, can you hear us?
Yeah, sorry. I just hit end by accident.
You want to introduce yourself?
How's it going? What?
Want to introduce yourself?
Oh, okay. I'm Bree. Yeah.
Who are you? What do you do?
I'm in 4th year kin, and I'm the public relations exec. And yeah, and we love the outdoors. We love hikes. That's about it. I don't know what you guys said, so help a gal out.
We are just wrapping up.
Oh, how was it? Did everyone have fun?
Lots of nods. Got a bit of a quiet group.
Okay. I just came from a repping event, so it was very like out there. Everyone was really loud.
I would expect nothing less.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we can stay on the line for a few more minutes if people like. But I'm going to stop the recording for now. If you guys have any questions in the future, don't be afraid to email us or message us on Instagram or Facebook, whatever method works best for you guys. And we are here for you all for any outdoor related questions. And we hope to see you in the events in the future. And the recording will be posting to our YouTube account and then sharing the link on Facebook. So you'll be able to find it there for anything you missed.